Welcome, friends. Today, we are doing another fragrance rotation video for the week ending the 20th of August, 2023. Goodness. There's only, a week and a half of August left, and then the rotation will be a week on Friday. How scary. That's going to be a big mission, isn't it? So, let's get started, shall we? And on Monday, I wore Grey Vetiver Eau de Parfum by Tom Ford. This is awesome. It's a fantastic dry perfume. Dry perfumes have kind of been my thing in this summer because it's been a wet summer. But I've been really enjoying this and a couple of other perfumes which are quite dry as well. It's basically vetiver. That's about it, really, but it's a very certain type of vetiver. It's got some woody aspects. It's got a little bit of citrus, but not a lot. A little bit of oak moss, kind of, as well. You know, but mainly just very dry vetiver. You know, like a dry white wine kind of thing going on. Absolutely sensational perfume. A darling of the community. You can see the dent I've put in it, although I have had it for a while. I think it was a victim of the Lilial ban as well. So newer formulations of this I cannot speak to, but mine is an A56. I don't know when that's from. I'll look that up afterwards. But it's about 6-7 years old, I would have thought. Anyway, next up, we have a fragrance which I have shamefully ignored and not paid enough heed to this summer, and it is absolutely fantastic. And this is by Adamas, and it is Tuscany per Uomo. This is a very Italian smelling perfume. It reminds me quite a lot of Smalto Pour Homme. Came out a few years before, if I remember correct. I think it was 1984, 1983, that sort of time. But it's lemon, lime, bergamot, lavender, anise, oak moss and leather in the base. It's very similar to Smalto Pour Homme, which is one of my favourite perfumes. But this is a little bit more spring and summery, I think. The focus isn't as much on the leather as it is on the citrus at the top, and the anise in this is huge as well. Absolutely fantastic. It comes in a different bottle. I think this is either the original or the first reformulation, but it's a very old bottle, this. Next up is another dry perfume in my collection, and is one of my favourite pickups of the year, if not my favourite. Cologne Officinale from Healey. James Healey. A rare modern perfume release that I absolutely love, and I do love it. It is brilliant. It's so dry. It's got a vintage feel about it, but essentially what it feels like is like a soap, you know? It's like a really high-end, posh soap. It's dry. It's fresh, soapy. There's a little bit of rosemary, lots and lots of oak moss, a little bit ambery. Absolutely beautiful. I recommend you try this. So David did a video about it yesterday on Fragrance Bros, and he likes it as well. Next up, another niche house. And this is Fat Electrician. Absolutely awesome. This is another pickup. A recent pickup. I actually did a sample series on this house where I got the sample set and I went through all of them and decided not to buy any. But then I remembered this one being my favourite, probably. Can't think of one that I like more. I've got Rien, but I already had a bottle of Rien. And this is Vetiver. It's like is it a hazelnut? I think it's a hazelnut. It's like, it's not hazelnut, it's marron glace, which are like these French treats. They're like nuts dipped in like a glaze. It's got whipped cream as well and olive leaf, so there's like a little bit of greenness there as well. It's fantastically made. It's fantastically blended. It's beautiful. It fits the brief, and I got a bottle for really, really cheap. And it's worth £56 of anyone's money. So very happy to have it. Enjoyed it a lot. I think you can wear this. I think you could wear that year round, actually, if you want the truth. Coming up, a perfume that you can't wear year round at all. And this is Escale in Indonésie. Escale in Indonésie by Leon. This is one of their colognes. It's fantastic. It's citrus, lemon, bergamot at the top, and then this kind of salty, ozonic, but high quality dry down of like ambergris. I know they use like real ambergris in it and stuff like that, but however they did it, it's brilliant. And it's 120 quid for a 100ml bottle. It's a lot of perfume for 120 quid. You put a lot on and you reapply throughout the day. I think I reapplied it twice, so I put it on about 3 times. You get about 3 to 4 hours with it. But it's beautiful. It's beautifully made. Absolutely gorgeous fragrance. Very much a summer scent though. And it's fantastic. I used to prefer, oh God almighty, I used to prefer Escale and Healey. Now I kind of feel like they're the same. Okay. Next up is a fragrance that I bought this year, which is absolutely fantastic. And this is Lacoste Eau de Sport by Patou. I think this was released in the late 60s. Rosemary, coriander, basil, oak moss, obviously, musk, clary sage, patchouli. It's very, very complex. The performance isn't great. It's about 3 to 4 hours, but the scent's amazing, and it's a vintage sport fragrance. It's got this ever so soft, slight, warm spiciness at the top, and it gives it this kind of sweaty vibe that you like. You know, it smells like grainy footage of Wimbledon from the 70s. You know, slightly sweaty bodies playing tennis for like 4 or 5 hours. Absolutely beautiful, very well made, very different to today's sports fragrances, you know. And you have to reapply this like 4 times a day if you want to smell it into the evening. The performance is really bad. Strangely enough, the performance is worse on the original, on the Lacoste. On the Lacoste Patou for Lacoste, or Lacoste Patou, the original, not the Eau de Sport, the performance is actually considerably worse, which is a strange one, but there you are. And last but not least, today, my scent of the day, I've decided to wear Invasion Barbare, another of my favourite pickups of the year. Wait a minute, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of these fragrances have been pickups from this year. That's quite interesting. This is immense. This is an absolutely fantastic niche fragrance. One of the best of the century, actually. Violet leaf, lavender. And I get something, I don't know whether it's the lavender or it's like this kind of coumarin, vanillic dry down thing. I get quite like a hay note going on in the base. It's lovely. It's very lovely. I think you could wear this in almost any season because it's got a bit of everything. But I think I'm going to keep it for spring and summer. Absolutely excellent fragrance. Anyway, this has been my fragrance rotation for this week, friends. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope I will see you all again soon. Bye.